In this video, we are going to discuss about the relationship between voltage, current and power in a balanced star connected load. This is star connected source with neutral wire is taken from the star point or neutral point. This is the line terminal corresponding to R phase. This is neutral. This is line terminal corresponding to Y phase, and this is the line terminals corresponding to B phase. The voltage between two terminals is termed as line voltage, and voltage across one terminal and neutral is termed as V phase. Here VRN is V phase, VYN is V phase, VBN is V phase, and similarly we can have three line voltages, that is VRY, that is the voltage across the line terminals R and Y, that is VRY, that is line voltage. Next one is VYB, voltage across Y phase and B phase, that is again one line voltage. And finally VBR, voltage across B phase and R phase is VBR, that is another line voltage. So in three-phase balanced system, when we are considering either phase voltage or line voltages are mutually phase displaced by 120 degree each other. That is VRN is V phase angle 0, VYN is V phase angle minus 120 degree, and finally VBN is V phase angle minus 240 degree or V phase angle 120 degree. Similar case is happening in the case of line voltage also. For example, when we are taking VRY as reference, say it is VL angle 0, then VYB is VL angle minus 120 degree and VBR is VL angle minus 240 degree or VL angle plus 120 degree. So this is star connected source and this is star connected load. Each phase is having an impedance ZPH. So ZR is ZPH, ZY is ZPH and ZB is ZPH. Let current supplied by R phase is IR, which is line current, that is current passing through the line terminals R, and the current supplied by Y phase is IY, which is again line current, and similarly IB is the current supplied by B phase, which is also IL. So when we are applying KCL over here, this current, that is IR, is entering towards this node. All currents are entering towards this node. So current meeting at a junction is 0. So IR plus IB plus IY is equal to 0. So when we are considering balanced condition, these phase voltages VRN magnitude is equal to VBN magnitude, which is equal to VYN magnitude, but they are mutually phase displaced by 120 degree. As mentioned earlier, we can write VRN as V phase angle 0, it is not shown here. Then VYN, V phase angle minus 120 degree, and VBN, V phase angle plus 120 degree or V phase angle minus 240 degree. In electrical system, plus indicate anti-clockwise direction and minus indicate clockwise direction. So from here it is clear that when we are drawing the phasor diagram corresponding to this situation, as the angle is negative for VYN, when we are drawing the phasor diagram corresponding to VYN, it indicates that the phasor VYN lags behind VRN by an angle minus 120 degree. Or in other words, VYN is clockwise with respect to VRN at an angle 120 degree. Similarly, VBN is equal to V phase angle 120 degree. When we are considering this one, VBN is leading VRN by an angle 120 degree. Or in other words, VBN phasor is anti-clockwise direction with respect to VRN by an angle 120 degree. We can also represent it in this way. VBN phasor is 240 degree clockwise with respect to VRN phasor. Similar way, the line voltages also having this relation as mentioned earlier. Let VRY is equal to VYB, which is equal to VBR is equal to VL, where VL is RMS value of line voltage. Now, when we are applying KVL over this mesh, which is formed by R and Y, that is this part. So here, this applied voltage VRY, that is line voltage, is equal to this voltage. Let's call this voltage as VRN, voltage across R and N. Then another voltage VNY, voltage across N and Y. So VRY is equal to VRN plus VNY when we are applying KVL over this mesh. VNY can be written as minus VYN. Considering that, we can write this expression as VRN plus VNY is equal to VRN minus VYN. When we are considering this polar form, VRN can be written as V phase angle 0 and VYN can be written as V phase angle minus 120 degree. Now we can convert this polar form into rectangular form like this. V phase plus J0 minus. Rectangular form representation of this is minus 0.5 V phase minus J.866 V phase. After simplification, we can write down this expression as 1.5 V phase plus J.866 V phase, which is equal to root 3 times V phase angle 30 degree. So here, this is line voltage. So line voltage is equal to root 3 times V phase angle 30 degree. And it is clear that this line voltage is leading this phase voltage by an angle 30 degree. Similarly, when we are considering the line voltage across Y phase and B phase, which is equal to VYN plus VNB, which is equal to VYN minus VBN. After simplification, we can see that this line voltage, that is VYB, is equal to root 3 times V phase, which is leading 30 degree with respect to this phase voltage. What is the phase voltage corresponding to this one? VYN. So VYB leads 30 degree with respect to VYN. Similar case is there when we are considering VBR. VBR line voltage leads corresponding phase voltage. What is corresponding phase voltage? VBN by an angle 30 degree. So that is clear in this phasor diagram. So VRY is equal to VRN minus VYN. VYB is equal to VYN minus VBN. Then similarly, VBR is equal to VBN minus VRN. When we are considering these phase voltages, first of all, we need to draw VRN, VYN and VBN, which are mutually phase displaced by 120 degree each other. Under balanced condition, the magnitude of these phases are equal. Then, in order to develop this phasor, that is VRY phasor, which is the sum of VRN minus of this one, that is minus of VYN. What is VYN? VYN is this one. So the phasor sum of VRN and minus VYN gives VRY phasor. So we need to proceed backward with the same magnitude this phasor, that gives minus VYN, and the phasor sum of these two, that is VRN and minus VYN, gives VRY. So from this phasor diagram, it is clear that this angle is 30 degree. So this VRY is anti-clockwise with respect to VRN. So VRY is leading VRN by an angle 30 degree. Just like which we inferred in this analysis. Next, we need to develop VYB phasor, which is equal to the phasor sum of VYN and minus VBN. This is our VBN. So minus VBN is this one, which is proceed backward in this direction, just opposite. So the phasor sum of VYN, this, and minus VBN gives VYB. Here also we can see that this is the phase voltage corresponding to Y phase, that is VYN, and this is the line voltage corresponding to Y phase, which is represented by VYB. Here we can see that this angle is 30 degree and VYB phasor is anti-clockwise with respect to VYN. So it is clear that VYB line voltage leads phase voltage by an angle 30 degree. Similarly, VBR, in order to obtain VBR phasor, we need to do phasor sum of VBN and minus VRN. This is minus VRN, just opposite to this one with the same magnitude, and this is VBN. Phasor sum of these two gives VBR. Here also we can see that VBR phasor is anti-clockwise with respect to VBN phasor with an angle 30 degree. It indicates that line voltage corresponding to B phase is leading corresponding phase voltage by an angle 30 degree. So in star connected system, we got the following information. VL is equal to root 3 times phase voltage. Line voltages leads respective phase voltages by 30 degree and line current is equal to phase current. Here this is line current. The line current is passing through the entire winding. This current is, that is IB, that is line current, that is passing through the B phase winding. Similarly, IY current is passing through this Y phase winding. So in the case of star connected system, line current is equal to current passing through each winding, that is phase current. Next information is that for balanced system, power consumed by three individual phases are same. Power consumed by one phase is VPH, IPH cos phi. So total active power is power in R phase plus, power in Y phase plus, power in B phase. When we are considering that one, we can obtain the relation as total active power is equal to 3 VPH IPH cos phi. In this case, star connected system, VL is equal to root 3 VPH. Therefore, VPH can be written as VL by root 3, and also we got this relation IL is equal to IPH or IPH is equal to IL. Now we can substitute VPH as VL by root 3 and IPH as IL in this equation. We can write down equation number 1 as root 3 VL IL cos phi. So total active power in star connected balanced system can be represented in two ways. One is in terms of phase voltages and phase current, that is 3 V phase I phase cos phi. When parameters are given in line voltage and line current, then we can find out the same power by means of this equation, that is root 3 VL IL cos phi. Similar way, total reactive power in three-phase star-connected load can be derived as Q. It is represented by Q, which is equal to root 3 VL IL sin phi or 3 VPH IPH sin phi, where phi is angle between IPH and VPH. Angle between phase voltage and phase current is termed as power factor angle phi. Then total apparent power is S is equal to 3 VPH IPH, which is equal to root 3 VL IL. This triangle represents power triangle corresponding to single phase system. This is active power, this is reactive power, and this is apparent power. Real power is equal to VI cos phi and reactive power is equal to VI sin phi and apparent power is equal to VI. So when we are considering these in three-phase system, this P become 3 V phase I phase cos phi and Q become 3 V phase I phase sin phi, and this apparent power become 3 V phase I phase.